What is going on? Well, we've got our first mercenary, Ratman. Come on, Ratman. What? Oh, this is horrible. I'm sorry, Ratman. I'm so sorry. Farewell, Ratman. So welcome everyone to a very strange run. I had a thought about delirium, which is normally quite a high level rune word, but it turns you into a bone fetish, and that's this guy, this attractive lad on the story of redemption. So these are the run rules. I'm going to be a bone fetish. I'm actually playing on players 8, and my primary goal, other than redemption, is to find a hot wife. So really good attack speed, I've got to say. And decent run. I'll get into that in a bit. I'm doing some testing here to see what's possible. Of course I rigorously test all of the runs before I do them. That's why I've wasted 1 dexterity to show I can't throw a knife, can't throw a potion, I also can't throw a javelin. So let's not worry about Deckard's old massage parlour there. Most of them have been shut down anyway. And yeah, like a real pro, I've got throw. That's me again, trying out a few different things. So players 8 actually gives the enemies only 43.75% more damage and attack rating, but 450% more life. There's also 450% more experience, and that's really what we're going to be benefiting from. So at 2 to 8 damage, let's get an aura on. 3 to 11. A machine has been born. Our bony boy. Just smashing his way through the Den of Evil now. It was never going to be too much of a challenge. It's actually going well. Like, this is good. 33% attack speed. I only found this one reference from the Amazon Basin, but yeah. Delirium gives you 33% attack speed, which could be phenomenal. So we get a phenomenally fast dagger maybe. Or I'm quite tempted to go like two-handed. Get something pretty heavy and weighty in our hands. I'm trying here a few different skills here, and unfortunately Smite does not work. And I think that's going to be the same for Sacrifice and all the other skills, so we're stuck with our basic melee attack. You can see with the Bardiche there, that's decent. It's definitely faster with the dagger, but it's still so fast with these bigger weapons. I think we should go big. Go big or go home, right? Plus it's cool. Daggers are no longer cool, thanks to Mick Dagger. Corpse Fire there, absolutely wrecked. The first, and I'm sure not the last member of the Blue Man group will be trashing. Absolutely ripped him in half. 1 to 54 in the Den of Evil. Lads, this could be fun. This could be the antithesis. I'll put that cap on, lovely. My one desire for this is just to be able to see the cap on this little boy, this little rogue. Make him look like a cheeky Cockney peddler. Look at this formation. Oh, how often do they attack in that? Immediately disbanded. Yeah, that's pretty cool, I thought. Stony Field, going quick. I'm going to make this a much quicker video. I apologise in advance for Golemdad 3. That was looking at 3 hours at one point. Taking some damage here. I've never died on normal, of course, but these runs don't always make it easy, and you can tell when I panic mid foray. Put some points into vitality just to help me out. But actually the attack speed is really good, and this is players 8, and it's no drama whatsoever. Got him. Large axe as well. I mean, it's low level, we know that at this point, but we can get some pretty decent mods. A little bit of enhanced damage, +1 minimum damage, stuff like that. Attack rating, all adds up. And at this point, I've got the itch already. I think there's quite a lot of gambling in this one. It's getting worse, right? It rarely gets better. So I'm looking at the damage there, 16 to 42. It is fast. It's definitely faster. Quite like the idea of being a walking bardiche. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. And I found a beryl belt. Well, actually, I gambled for it. Took me a long time to re-roll a belt, even though I'm level 8. Now level 9. I've got to admit, I actually really enjoyed this run. As soon as I got the idea for it, I was like, let's do it. And although I promised my last video that I'd be moving away from D2 for a bit, because I've just been playing it so much, I can't help it. This was too good. I was just too excited. And when I realised that I had the Ratman storyline, the movie just came together. Absolutely slashed our way through Treehead Woodfist and Oak Face Branch Bottom and Bush Bonnet Stick Fingers. Nailed it. Yeah, the video not going to get much better. Oh, look at that lovely little cap. Is that Biggin's bonnet? It is Biggin's bonnet. Just a nice cap at this point. Peak fashion. Probably not worth talking about too much. A few nice stats, but very early, unfortunately. So we got the portal. There's a what looks to be an abandoned Decker Cane massage parlour here next door. They were prolific about 10 years ago. They were shut down after the many code violations and complaints, of course. Into the tower. Great place to level up in here. Finally back at Rakanishi! And his many minions. The lads. Loyal to the end. I love this as well. Even the stones, man, look so cool. It's worth checking what they look like in the old game. But it's very distracting with that butt wiggle. The old bone fetish.
Impossible. What a tragic end to Tristram.
Look at this lad. Absolutely. Like a little meme video. Some of those dancing bananas from the 1990s. I mean, it's a shame to let him out, to be honest. Because he's only going to start another business in another part of town. Just keep your pets indoors, your pepper spray to hand. Don't let the women out of your sight. Anyway. And here he is. A story only sadder than Ratman's is Griswold's. And you can see there that cursed modifier text at the top. I did install a mod for this that's meant to add some symbols at the top, but it only really worked for immunities and otherwise just made like enemy modifiers look a bit strange. So maybe we've regretted it. This is dangerous. Look at this. You can see why some people die in normal difficulty. I won't, just hide around the corner. He's got the attack speed to make it through this, but they are doing a lot more damage. The cold enchant is dangerous. We've got a decent belt at this point, so we've got enough potion slots. And we're doing the damage. Countess goes down. You know what I'm looking for here, guys. It's a Talon and F. So I run this a few times. A lot of people say, you shouldn't do this at Players 8. I should do that in a different voice, really. You shouldn't do that at Players 8 because you won't get as many drops. I've just got them. Yeah, I did actually do this on Players 1. Just to see if it'll be any different. Look at this, man. Another Lynx Africa moment. Luckily, all of them very confused by this tree. Yeah, attack rating looks like it might be suffering a bit. It's annoying because you only really want to focus on 2. You have to get vitality, of course. You have to put something to strength. And without a shield, it's tough putting points into dexterity, but it's so important, especially those early points really help attack rating. We're just screaming through this at this point. Have you ever seen me get to this point in under 10 minutes? No. Grand Charm, nice. It'll be trash, unfortunately, at this point. We're just going to run through this. The experience is coming so thick and fast. Players 8. Look at these. Okay, this is a bit dangerous. A bit surrounded. But actually the damage output, even these minions. Oh, and a lovely little timing there. Completely deliberate. You can see I'm just pumping might aura at this point. That's just a pure damage increase for my melee. I don't see any reason to move away from that. Maybe at later levels we can get fanaticism, but I think a might level 20 will dwarf fanaticism for a few levels. We've got to be a bit careful here. Could easily get surrounded, and the smith will hit hard on players 8. If he hits, there's one hit. Oh, these archers are not great. Not a great position for me to be in here. Got a broken weapon. Do the old classic, chuck it on the floor. What we all do, right? It's kind of Jade and Braden. A lovely use of the table here. Strong regret putting that table in. I am actually quite fast. Love to get some good faster run walk boots. Because he's a speedy boy. What's interesting is there's no difference between running and walking with this character. So a lot of muscle memory. I'm running when I shouldn't be. Because it completely ruins your defense. Very close to death there. Lovely little well placement. Down he goes. And the last of those buggers as well. I wonder if the Horadric Malice will be any good. It just doesn't have the damage, does it? And this is pretty much all I'm going to show the jail. I hate this place. But there was quite a little neat zone where I could just hold shift. Back in the cold plains. I'm actually doing this. I won't tell you why I'm back in the cold plains. It'll ruin the immersion. But what I did find was well worth it. Rixox Keen. The only stat that's worth it here is 25% chance of Crushing Blow. And Crushing Blow, once it procs, takes 10% of a creature's hit points away. Which for bosses is overpowered. Frankly overpowered. Bone Ash, now just bones. I'm the biggest boner in this video. Wait, what? Anyway, let's get down. Let's go downtown. Get down the stairs to the basement where my mother-in-law resides. Barracks are really good fun on this, especially, I mean, the Fanaticism aura would normally be dangerous, but they're so passive on Act 1. I do get a little bit surrounded there, which is a little risky, but they love to run away, and the experience is always really good. Look at that, getting about 5% per kill. Already on level 3. Let's see what we're up against. Now these banished can be quite dangerous. Even the ghouls can be tough if you're not at a good enough level. And I'd always say if you're struggling, get to over level 15 and it semi-trivialises at the end of Act 1. You can see here 16 points in might. We're laughing. And level 17. So we can enjoy some luxury points in strength. I'd like to get that up to 60 quite early on. Who's this? Oh, it's the ex-wife. Sinbang. Yeah, out you go. And here we are. Oh, frustrating. Heroes in this area has just slowed things down. But actually, we're still slicing our way through. This should be the attack speed of Poison Dagger, by the way. We just take our time here. This is sped up, but actually, it was quick. Even getting here, probably an hour and a half. I think every time I quote a time, someone out there says, impossible. Not for me, mate. We've got to be careful here. We don't really want to get poisoned because we have no resists. We've got decent health there and we're decent level. And look at this for damage. And you can see there, Rixox Keen. That crushing blow. Every time you see that red blob around her hair. I think she's had her hair done. And there we go. Oh, a light crossbow. Completely pointless. Not great drops, unfortunately. But players 8 makes a big difference to the drops, I'll be honest. So if we can keep it up, should be happy. And that is what she said before she died. But how are we going to get Ratman to Act 2? The plot thickens.
Our plucky young hero smuggles himself in a crate of Deckard's massage oil, bound for Lut Gholein.
So before Deckard tries to polish my bones, Let's get out to the rocky waste. Get straight into Act 2. The dung soldiers are pretty dangerous. You've got to have a lot of potions to get through them comfortably. And that's because that lightning at this point, you just don't have the resists, so you will take damage when you attack them. But actually they die quite quickly. And the nice thing is, because we attack so frequently, we can interrupt them quite often. Because actually enemies, like hit recovery is always quite poor. We found, well, definitely improvement from our gamble belt. Just goes to show. Chased by a pack of wild dogs. That's what happens when you're basically a walking bone. And I can't help but have a quick look at this hero. I think let's get in and out with that. Jokes write themselves at this point. I'll try and avoid too many bone-based puns. Otherwise this is going to be a long video. Sorry, I narrowly avoided a pun there. No, they're not even humorous. So let's carry on. Fire Oasis. Some bigger groups here and pretty dangerous. So I'm kind of running back. The potions are always useless at this point in the game as well. So I'm having to kind of take my time. Straight into their maggot lair. And cutting through these guys pretty comfortably. Get more death beetles. This is a really, really novice move here as well. Just going too far into the tunnels. I've got to make sure I make my way back. What you can do in those kind of situations, because you're doing more damage to yourself by through the lightning, is just stop attacking and let your health regenerate with the potions you've got. A few interesting heroes as well. Might's actually up to level 19. And we've got to get a few more points of vitality too. And ever since the Punch Pally video, I've really loved stacking minimum damage plus to minimum damage. So that's a +3 to minimum damage, which is a massive improvement in overall damage, stuff like that. And I bought some +2 to strength armor in town, that chainmail I've got there, so I can use them all. Wow, what a jump in damage that is. Wow, it's over 200 damage then on average we're doing, 250. Insane, look at this, one hitting blood slime. Wow, what a cocktail that would be. I might put a recipe up. Don't serve that on a first date unless you don't want a second. And these black locusts, so they do have pretty good... Yeah, I saw it as well. A little shining helm down there. Well, that came out wrong. That's not the kind of bones we want to talk about. Oh, Eyes and Hearts. God, just stick it in the bin. Unfortunately, at this point, Eyes and Hearts is always a bit of an upgrade because it's always got pretty much 100 defense. Oh, it feels disgusting to wear it though. Let's check out the helm then. Coif of Glory. Best thing about Coif of Glory, it's got lightning resist, which we want for this point. Hit blinds target. It's not a 100% chance to hit. I think it's about 35, but a lot of it depends on your level versus enemy level, which I think is probably around on par, actually, with the Player's 8 difficulty bonus that we're getting. Actually, that poison isn't really doing too much damage to us. But that's what we're after, that stick. That walking stick will be important for penetrating Duriel's lair. I'll take that just for the cash at this point. So in the Lost City, and I love showing this guy off. I just love the fact he's a unique creature model. Get rid of his ads so we can enjoy the Dark Elder. On Deckard's hit list. Once we've got him out of the way, we can start putting these massage parlours down again. Get the monopoly on massage parlours in the desert area. Oh, Claw Vipers. Absolutely melting. Kidding me? Normally there are at least 2 or 3 hits with any other character. Depending, and actually, because I just know the route now, just take that right hand route. This is super sketch though. Oh, it's busy. And I'm really suffering here, you can see. They hit every single time with their kind of like bash attack. My recovery animation is super slow. So though we are kind of getting through them, annoyingly they are generally taking about 2 hits to get through, but we are getting through them. Nice little Grand Charm as well on the way. Then we've got to hope they're not here. They're there. We've got to leg it. Fangskin, even the minions, man, they're tough. We've got to be really careful of Fangskin because he hits like an absolute bulldozer. Let's get past him. Just run. Let's run at this point. Yeah, we got it. We got it. That's the most important thing. I'm not going to die, so... I've got to get the old classic here. Look at this. Stealth rune word. I won't go into too much detail because you've seen it so many times before. But we want that faster cast rate. Definitely. No, I'm kidding. We want the faster hit recovery and the faster run walk. Getting some speed up now, which is exciting. Sure, not the first time a stiff bone has been running through these halls. Oh, man, I've got to stop. I'm sorry. It's too good. It's just too good. Let's get these old bones out of the way. This is a textbook route. Into the palace. I'll skip to level 3. Fire Eye. He's not there. That's good. We're going to get slightly held up here. No, we can cut through. And Fire Eye's in a great position, by the way, so we can get through this door. And he actually can't get through. We can hold them at this door. This, I think, weirdly enough, they can't get through this door, but they can get through the other one. But they're good experience. He's pretty risky because he's fire enchanted, but they're very passive creatures, I'll be honest. And once you start attacking, almost even once they start attacking, they generally start running away. I've got to be really careful here because I'm very small. So if there's a stiff wind, I'm going to get blown off. Sorry, I should have saved a lot of those jokes for the previous area. Now, it's definitely slowing down the damage, got to say. And we've got to be really careful with these ghosts. They just stack up. But actually, because we're quite quick now, we can move back and we're blinding. I mean, this is almost perfect stuff. This is the way to use it, right? Grab that amulet. We're right at the end of the year. One of the routes of the Arcane Sanctuary, at least. It's not the one.
It's good, but it's not the one.
But the experience is always great. And the loot can be fantastic. I have in the past, very memorably, found Bone Snap here before, which was just so big. That would be an incredible weapon to find. Halls of the Dead, we need that cube. And you can see here, the damage is getting a little bit silly now. And even heroes, like 3 or 4 hits, gone. And even to get some of the bigger packs, it's not even a war of attrition. We don't necessarily need to kill everything. Like, the experience is good enough. And we want to crack through this quickly. The whole point of this run, really, was to see how quickly I can do a run for a start. Oozvex. Wow, another great cocktail there. Perfect for funerals and bar mitzvahs, that one. Blood Witch the Wild. Is it always Blood Witch the Wild there? Do you know, I've never really concentrated enough. I've only played this, well, at least 20 times, probably the last 3 months, but there you go. We got the staff anyway. Those are all the bits. We've got a cube now to put them in. Oh, I probably should kill these guys as well. We got the blinds, so if things gets a bit sketchy, but the damage is good, and we're a decent enough level now. They're actually struggling to hit us. Much like WoW, like, it does make a big difference character level. Been watching a lot of, it's very addictive, watching hardcore WoW clutch moments and deaths, of course. And so many of the deaths, yeah, I've done before, but not on hardcore. I've not done hardcore, and I won't do hardcore, and don't even ask me to do it, because I will not do it, because I love my family too much. World of Warcraft almost destroyed any potential I had of finishing my degree. That was when you used to be able to get like a 2-week free trial on a CD when you went to like a GameStop or similar. I actually almost died there. I got in a pretty difficult situation, so I thought, never died on normal, not going to do it. Fortunately, the weapon broke when I decided to get back for my second attempt. Okay, so we've got to be a bit careful here. Do we? Actually, no, we don't. Wow, incredible. I feel like it might be a little overpowered. And this is a normal attack, just with a Might Aura. It's annoying that you can't just immediately click on this, but I know exactly which way to go here. I know where all the temples are. But yeah, I was reminiscing about World of Warcraft CDs used to be able to get at game. Trying to get as many of my friends to play at the same time. I think the first one I rolled was a warrior. Got to about level 40. Before I rolled a hunter, and then that guy I got to like 110 or something embarrassing. But yeah, great times. Great memories. And I did play Classic as well and got to level 60 with the Warrior. But that was quite labour intensive. I've always wanted to play a Druid, I'll be honest. Just to become a Moonkin, is it? Anyway, enough WoW chat for those who don't know what the hell I'm talking about. We're in Taurash's tomb, and I can hear the snores of Duriel. Fortunately, I can hear the snores of these guys as well. Corebellies are pretty dangerous. The annoying thing is they do that stun hit. You can see when the stars around my head, the stun hit that comes in. There it is. And they have a chance to do crushing blow as well. So it doesn't matter how much health you've got, enough of them around you. Yeah, you're in trouble. Not for me, of course. We'll stab them in the crotch. A few points in Blessed Aim. There's a passive bonus to attack rating, which is really going to help out. I can't think of anything else to get at this point. And these heavy boots. What a find, by the way. 40% faster run walk. Incredible boots. Sanders. It's a shame we have to say goodbye to the gore foot. Not really. But there's a little bit extra dexterity there, which is going to help us out. And the strength doesn't hurt. And we know exactly which way to go here. Which is whichever way there are enemies, in the hopes we find it. Of course, I can't pull the staff out of my inventory without some space. So I don't know why I'm rushing this. You'd probably quite comfortably kill all these, but I quite like the idea of running in. Saves time as well. Just run in, put the staff in, and then clear up the dross. Yeah, and you can see like the level we are at the moment is just comfortable, right? I can't see Duriel being a challenge. But you know, with these runs, and you just come up against some mad lads. Duriel could be one of them. Now we're shoving this stuff with hard, fast, dry log right into him. And there he is, he's pissed. Okay, he's doing some damage. He does 2 attacks, and you see he does that dish dish. Yeah, that's 2 attacks. And they can stack up pretty quickly when they both hit. Wow, okay, this is dangerous. 12 hit points. Okay, we gotta run. This isn't as textbook as I hoped. I thought we'd be pretty overpowered by this point. But players 8, down to 38, 23 life. Right, this is getting maybe too close. For someone with an unbroken, never die normal record, this is very risky stuff. And he's stunning as well. I mean, I'm not talking about how beautiful he is. He's very, very beautiful, very muscular. Just some incredible lats and traps. Maybe if he pushed me against the wall here, that doesn't become a little bit too PG, then he might stop stunning himself with his handsome face. Okay, as long as we can kind of maintain a decent health pool, then we should be able to just whittle him down. Just keep topping it up. It's been harder. What is wrong with me? Okay, I'm not going to talk. But Duriel, harder than I... No. What is going on today? What? Ooh, very nice. Fingers crossed for this one. Nagel ring, pretty good. 25's okay. Good attack rating as well and some damage reduction. Love it. Pleased with that.
Hiding under a pile of Lamessen's desert mercenary pin-up calendars, our bony boy sails to Kurast, to where it all began.
Home at last. And there's an Irishman trying to get home. Hold on a second. Come on, you bastard! Day of fucking believable! Yeah, we got him. We got him. Never trust an Irishman with his back turned. Yeah, a lot of members of my family won't like that comment. And neither should you. Let's cut it out.
Perhaps I could trade this for something more valuable.
Nice. Straight away. Statue bound. Look at this speedy little bony boy. They've got 65% faster run walk at this point. With the boots and the armour that we're wearing. And if I find any charms, yeah, you know I'm putting those on too. Alcohol now. Only 1 calendar away from completing the collection. See if we can find it for him. I got to the point where I thought, yeah, this is going to be tougher now. Because look, here's another run without crowd control. But man, he is an absolute terror. Not a great fan of Act 3. Did you know that yet? And look, here we are! Where it all began, all those years ago. God, this feels poetic. Do I dare? We've got to do it. Let's see who we come up against. Come on. Is he coming? Oh my god, it's me. It's my own ghost. This is... I can't even believe it. Do I need to slay my own ghost? I can't believe how poetic this is.
This blade shall pierce the heart of evil.
Meanie hero, a metal spike, a totem's face, me no like. Dead on floor, but bones arise, death's cold eyes. Float far away, awake in town, massage parlor, closing down. Punching hard, skills me learn, slay the ghost, Ratman returns. Yeah, incredible, and here it was, the moment where it all happened. I can take a spike to the head now comfortably. Oh, it's Mum and Dad? Mum? Dad? Yeah, boiled in their own piss by the looks of it. That shouldn't make anybody laugh. Especially not me, who witnessed it. But the flares clearly aren't very receptive. Even though I look exactly like them, just in skeleton form. Actually, some decent hit points on most of them. Like 2 hits to kill them. And immersion breaking, I know, but I actually couldn't get through this door. So I had been through it, and then came back through, and then for some reason it wouldn't let me through again. Weird. And if you ever want a 3-socket breastplate, then I'm your man. Or should I say rat? Yeah, I found loads of them for some reason, and they're worth a few thousand each. All armour is so worth holding onto and selling, because it's just worth so much. And we got the reward from the Gid bin as well. Decent charm there. That one's okay as well. I teased the ring there. I'm not going to show it yet.
Greetings.
But we all know where this money's going. Straight back to the gambling den once I get the itch back. I don't love this ring. There's not much to love about it. Nagel ring's just incredible though. I think I'll probably keep what I've got. Level 3. I'll be honest, I don't know this map. As you can probably tell by some of the meandering that's happening now. I thought, was it going to be in this corner? I mean, it's obvious now that it's going to be in the opposite corner. But I actually just didn't know the map at all. I thought maybe top left? No, bottom right. And here he is, Uncle Ndugu, the traitor that sold my family out. I think actually in the pacifist run, that Ndugu was left alive, right? Because he doesn't have a melee attack. So I think it plays well into the story, the idea that he betrayed the village. I'm going to grab the brain he's been keeping in that box, and I'm going to teach him a lesson. No mercy at this point. First his strong-shouldered wife. Next, the man himself. Gone. Redemption at last. Well, to be honest, what's the point now? Well, there's more evil. There's more places to see. Look at this little arrangement. A bit weird. We're waiting. On a combat shrine now, finally. Really unleash some power. God, and these guys are actually minions. Nice cheeky level up there. Grab this cash. I'll leave it a bit for the snake there. He's now wondering where his life savings have gone. I've got to be a bit careful with these thrashers. If they get around you, they've got the same kind of stun you can see there. Pretty sick, but a blind coming absolutely clutch. Probably slightly more overpowered for this guy than I may have appreciated at the time. But amazing crowd control, having that blind ability. And he's got the hit points, but he ain't got nothing on me. And all it took was 40 stabs to the crotch. Blood rise we found. Not really very useful, I'll be honest. The damage isn't really high enough. Just having a look here at some of the details, as you know I love to do. Actually, I looked at, I think it's Pixel Mafia's website. They've got some really good concept art that they did for all of the acts and some of the character models as well. But incredible stuff, so I really recommend checking those guys out. You can see how they've taken the old assets and really just, you know, made them look incredible in terms of the complexity, and how that's basically been converted into the 3D art that you see now. Sewers, Sewers always really depressing. I'm having a bad enough time. There's the low of the jungle, right? There's the high of Kurast, and then you realise you've got to get in the bloody sewers. But look at this Ratman. Just ignore them. Ignore them. Camaraderie with Batman. I'm going to be scared of bats until at least the end of the first movie. Talk about the Christopher Nolan movies, by the way. And actually some brothers. Traitors. There can be only one. I do get back and kill them, and this guy, he's not poisoned. I can't get to him. I have no idea what kills him there, by the way. Absolutely zero. Because it wasn't poisoned. What could it be? Well, okay, if you know, put it in the comments, because I played this game a lot and had no idea. These women want an entrance fee. No, I don't pay. I pay in blood. And some more incredible details here. I thought when I first looked at Pixel Mafia's website that I'm sure I saw this kind of design before, but I just couldn't find it. But they've made an incredible job of remastering this game, as I always say. But some of the details, like the temples and stuff, and details on a lot of the architecture, it's so easy to overlook them. I really recommend just slowing down and having a look at the stuff that they put in games these days. The detail levels are incredible. And there's some real artists out there. I mean, the original art to me is incredible. But yeah, to have like a whole art studio, or multiple art studios, doing the concept art for this game, and then showing how well that can be manifest into this, man, it's just incredible. Much like my combat ability. Just lovely little pacing. The subtleties of this game you can easily overlook, much like the subtleties of my gameplay. That is incredible. You probably want to rewatch. And look at this glorious thing I found here. I actually looked at this and was slightly disappointed and thought, what is that, I wonder? And, oh man, the old days, incredible. There's some incredible reliefs up here as well. Like some real good detail. I mean, they looked amazing beforehand, but it's so difficult to see them. You can't zoom in, annoyingly. But pure like hieroglyphics at this point. And I can't really work out anything in that picture at all. So yeah, let me know what you think. Already, guys, the video's just not long enough. We're already at the council members. To some of you, that's probably a relief at this point. But let's concentrate now. Let's try and drag these guys away. We got Geleb. This is brilliant. Oh, he's running back. He's running back. Yeah, and it's close enough to get the rest of the lads in. The problem is, although we can probably do a lot of damage to him, the lads are just going to keep healing him. So we just get a few of them. I don't have great fire resist either. It's a very annoying act for resistances. You need at this point to kind of stack some fire resist. Oh, damn, they can hit. They can hit. With the curse on as well. We've got to be a bit careful. I'm pretty certain one of them's extra strong. Extra fast and cursed. We can manage that. And here he is, Geleb, extra strong and fire enchanted, so it's super dangerous when he hits. We got him. Yeah, and we're a decent enough level at this point. They're actually struggling to hit us. And there he is, Kalim's member. I don't know what I'm holding onto that maul for. I think that I had the idea of maybe imbuing it with Chelsea. And it's rare, not super rare, but normally these challenge runs mean I'm grateful to kill one of the council members. But I'm pretty certain we can probably take them all on at this point. $14 to life, okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alcor desperate. He's got it. It's going to be a long weekend for him. With Madame Palm and her 5 lovely daughters. A little bit more into vitality, of course. and just keep putting in blessed aim. I don't think we need to overthink this. This is another area I saw some good concept art for, by the way. But who's looking at the concept art when you see a little chap doing his dance? But this area wasn't particularly well, in the original at least, art, wasn't particularly well fleshed out. But they've put some great assets here, really made it look like it's spider infested. Oh, and it's always the way, I always just go down in the hopes the chest is there. Is it ever? Or maybe it's never there, and I should always just be heading up first. Flamey, I've got to be really careful. I can't actually see where Sark is. Oh, is he green? But we've still got to be really careful. This guy is... I wouldn't say he's killed us on normal, but he's come very close. Oh, very comfortable. Very good. Guy still hits like a truck. It's the curse, and then he can easily do like 100, 150 damage a hit. And when you're taking 100% more melee damage, then yeah, it can be over pretty fast. So look at that for a map as well. So the council are dead. The map has been incredible. So this is just a short walk up from level 2. And we're already at level 3. It's almost the best map. If the portal's nearby, I mean, you might be better off just going straight through the council if you wanted to farm this area. But I've never seen anything like that before. I'm very grateful because I'm pretty sick of Act 3, even though I've been speeding through it. And yeah, this is the way we're going to do this. Just run straight through everyone, get the portal, leave a little bit of time for everyone to just cool down, and I'm going to jump in. We've got to be careful not to go too far north with Mephisto. And what I'm going to do, actually, a mistake I made, is get Rixot's Keen out. Let's start using that crushing blow just for the first few attacks. Diminishing returns, because it takes a percentage of hit points away. So the first few hits of crushing blow makes such a big difference. You can really see their health being chunked off. And already we're doing pretty well, right? We're staying up on hit points. We've got to be careful. I'm pretty certain in one of the runs we have 300 hit points taken off in one hit. But it's just a matter of time. Okay, Claymore, that's... Okay, not bad actually. I mean, we're on players 8, so the drops are going to be quite good. And there should be a few of them. Not much we really need there. The Claymore is not going to be great, and the shield. I mean, I know what they are. But it's nice to be rewarded for your time. And the journey continues through this orifice.
Ratman has once again entered the world of survival horror. Good luck.
Teleported like 1,000 Ratmen before him. Here we are, Act 4. Looking forward to it. It just really reminds me of gambling, I'll be honest, this area. So here's what we got from Mephisto. Soul Flay, not great. Interesting mana stolen per hit. The rest of it's not great. An Umbral Disc. Good thing about this is hit blinds target again. Good block chance as well. Quite an interesting one. I love the -2 to light radius. I'd love to do a run where more of that is shown. Oh, and here we go. Finally got it. What is she writing? I'll put up here the options, backwards and forwards. Just put in the comments what you think. I had no idea. Like Jim Bob or something. Just couldn't work it out. Picking my battles here. Got to be careful not to get surrounded. I don't have any way of crowd control really. It's a single target attack, and it's a very strong attack, don't get me wrong. But I still have to be pretty cautious. What I can do is hope for the blind, and then move away. But it's very tempting, because the experience is actually okay. And it's rare that I get to this point and I can enjoy myself. Even against the souls, I don't have huge lightning resist, I'll be honest. But once they get blinded, it's impossible for them to do anything. And we're looking here for Izoal, hopefully on his own. Hopefully not too much drama. He can be a bit of a pain because he's got so many hit points. Oh, we found the way up at least. And a Thul rune too, which is nice. And here he is. There's a lot of lads here. And I'm running through a lot of souls. But if we drag... Luckily I've cleared quite a bit of this area, so we can just drag the whole pack up to the north. Pick out the few that decided to follow all the way. And then just slowly ease our way down. Hopefully he should be... Yeah, there we go. We can put him up. Yeah, it was a long one. I'll be honest. And the jokes write themselves. I mean, it looks like he's got a long one sticking out the back. For her pleasure, right? Anyway. A few interesting bits and pieces here. I mean, I'm hoping for some better rolls on some of this stuff. And that's not bad. And I do like the fact it does some lifesteal. Because I can see that's already paying off. I don't know if I want to lose a Nagawing. I think I probably will, actually. And just save that for when we kill a boss. Because with lifesteal, yeah, I do damage quickly enough. I can actually replenish my life very quickly. City of the Damned here. Just not the kind of creatures we want to be spending a lot of time in combat with. I've got the experience I need. I've just got to level up. Let's just crack through this. If we find the Hellforge, we'll have a look. We'll have a little goosey. But otherwise, I think let's just get to Diablo. Not ideal here getting stuck. I think that's a save and exit. And that's why I've never died on normal. Let's say it again. Got to stack it up. I don't see any other options here. There's no melee skills. There's no defensive skills I want to switch into. I'm loving the two-handed. Now, we're looking for a belt. We're gambling, of course. Fast hit recovery. There's a few stats here. It was interesting, the Amazon Basin, you can see that actually fast hit recovery is really important. As it is for most classes, right? But melee classes especially. And it's all about reducing that animation time, the hit animation time that you can see. I do get 25% already through the armour. And I'm really looking for about 25%. And look at this. So I've got 24% at the moment. It's just got a few little extras on that. Nothing that great, I'll be honest. It looks more impressive than it is. Let's try again. And hope it's a little bit calmer. Okay, well, we know we've got some murders here. Let's murder some murders. And we've got some mages as well. The Abyss Knights are quite good to fight, I'll be honest. If you can tank them, but get within kind of mid-range of them, they normally come towards you. Not ideal that we've got some heroes here, I'll be honest. Take the Erders out, because their stun is likely to do more damage. You can dodge that. The champions actually go down very easily. And we've got the blind there. Big pack of Erders here. I've heard a rumour that enough of them can be trouble. But just kite them along. And every now and then you can see that blind hitting, and it really thins the pack out. And even one or two don't stand much of a chance. Okay, Smith version 2.0. Let's have a look. It's got that Holy Shock aura, which is just a little bit annoying. Spectral hit's always a pain. The guy hits. He's got a very, very decent attack speed anyway. And you can see they're probably doing like 150 a hit at most. We've got to be a bit cautious. Yeah, he's nice. Got some bling on. I'm sure I heard someone shout they were my father and they'd been stuck in lava, but couldn't quite make it out. Nah, it must have been no one. Never mind. Anyway, we'll carry on with the adventure. Here's what we're after here. Missed it the first few times. Quite fast attack speed, actually. It's got decent fire resist, that as well. 40% fire resist. I know a lot of this stuff now, having had to rely upon them. That's it, and look at this. This is presumably something Decker Kane has bought at auction when he's had a few too many blood slimes. But look what I'm doing here. So, this is new to me. If LF Malice rune word. It's an interesting one. It's got some good stuff here. The enhanced damage isn't great. Good max damage. It's got prevent monster heal. It's got some drain life as well. So we'll see how that works out. But I've never made this one before, and I thought it might be quite good fun just since I had the runes. So you see my health is very, very slowly being chipped down. But it's so slow it shouldn't be an issue. And it's got some interesting stats on this, like reduced target defense. Should prove pretty good against Diablo, although I think Rixok's keen to get that crushing blow at the beginning will still be the most viable tactic. Another level up. Do I even need it? So just a reminder, still players 8, cruising through it, I'll be honest. comfortable. The most uncomfortable thing is the heat. Christ. Rustthorn. Nice. I'm sure Rustthorn's quite a common one. Lovely little drink to cool you down. Probably heat you up, to be honest.
I am overburdened.
Now we know when we get to this point. Oh, God, that's risky damage, that is. Let's bring them around the corner. Shank them in the alley. Chaos Sanctuaries, pretty much every challenge run I've ever done, I've got to leave quite a few hours free in my schedule to take this area on, because it can be a real slog. I actually sprinted pretty quickly up here. It wasn't too difficult at all to clear out the packs. Now I've got a nice little zone here. Let me just pull them round, out of sight of the mages. Make a suspicious pile of bodies. Hey, what's going on there? Actually, when I catch the Oblivion Knights in range, it's just that the Decrepify aura just completely slows your ability to chase them. And even more footmen here being lured to the pile of bodies around the corner. An efficient killer in action, and now these mages are on their own, no issue whatsoever taking them out. So let's get straight through some of the heroes. Let's keep this video pacey, right? Got to be a bit careful they don't spawn on top of you there, dude. But I've got it covered. Clearly in control right now. A bit worried. Oh, 19. That was very close. See there, the Blue Man group member is the one we want. Stormcasters, most of their range attack is not an issue, but it's their little lightning shot they get when they use when they're in melee range. Grand Vizier there, wow. Incredible. So that Fanaticism aura isn't actually that big. You can kind of bring them far enough away from Lord Decease. And actually, I don't think it really matters. I've got the blind on the two above there, which is great, working fantastically well. I can tank the shots from Lord Decease. Let's get rid of the minions. This should be an absolute bloodbath. Look at this. Extra strong, but it just doesn't matter. And the aura, again, it's not doing him any favours at all. I think it might improve his attack speed, but what does it matter? So another level up? I think we're at this point. We know what we're doing, right? Although, actually, I'm really worried about our resists, especially fire resist at 7% at the moment. And Diablo's going to absolutely destroy us. I think, yeah, this seems slightly mad, but I like the idea of doing it because it might be big brain. 59% fire resist. It's gone from being a worry to being very acceptable. And we lose a lot, I guess we lose a lot of the damage. But at the beginning we'll be using that crushing blow from Rixoxkeen anyway. And for these Venom Lords, you can see the Infernos. It's still doing pretty decent damage to us, but we're reducing that by half now. Instead of just fractionally, I think we're going to need it. Had to actually pull Infectious Souls all the way up to the Lord Deceased kind of area here. And luckily the blind was able to slow a lot of those other guys down. So with Rixoxkeen and a shield, very, very good. Fire resist up 76%. The lightning resist is important as well, because that lightning attack that he does is half fire, half lightning. This one. Yeah, it's not doing anything. I'll be honest, we're not doing a huge amount of damage that quickly. As long as his health is going down, and we're not getting through potions quickly, yeah, this feels good. It's slow going. You can see I've sped that footage up. It was slow. Now this is me having switched to them all. I'm going to have to switch in and out of the resist fire, so I think let's have Might on when we can, and then when I'm seeing doing attacks I'm going to switch back to resist fire. I'm not going to do it perfectly, of course. I don't want to intimidate you too much with some gameplay, plus I've been doing this at this point for an hour and a half or so. I don't have the same longevity that I used to, eh ladies? Even with a switch, I'm only hitting that like 50% damage reduction. I've got to be careful. I've got to be careful. I mean, maybe it would have been better just to stay with Rixox Keen and just get used to the idea that I'd have to rely upon Crushing Blow and it'd be very, very slow end, but it would be at least not dangerous. And actually at this point just check to see what's going on. It feels like I'm not really doing much damage at all. I've got to remember, the player's level is very high, so it's got a huge health pool. But eventually down he goes. Oh, are you kidding me? Lads, oh my, honestly one of my favourite weapons anyway. Just the coolest weapon anyway. Oh, wow. And Diablo's gone.
Carried by Duriel using Deckard's air miles, Boney lands in the barbarian homeland. Can he find hot love in a cold climate?
So, Act 5, we're here. Let's have a look at some of the loot, because that was really very good. Saigons, hold on to it just in case we get some other parts. 30%, not as good as 40% last time I checked. Doom Sligger. Sligger? Gee, that was close. Nah, not interested. Here it is, Bone Snap. 272 as well. So decent enhanced damage there. 40% Crushing Blow and Cold and Fire Resist. It's big, guys. It's big. Okay, okay, so it's 3 times more damage. Wow, so almost 700 damage. It's GG. We actually might be able to find love. And not just through violence. But absolutely screamed through this first part. And enjoyed myself. And some decent experience on the way. And Shank. What has he got? Okay, it's a raw bone looking for love. He's got nothing. He's extra strong. So am I. And you watch the minions melt.
Impossible. Afternoon.
So I'm going to add a socket to this, maybe preemptively. I don't think I've got a rune or anything I want to put in there just yet. I'll have a look through. I mean, part of me was tempted by Skull, but we're wasting a lot of that. I don't need the mana at all. A lot of this, it's just not really worth it. Maybe it's attack rating. I don't really have the... No, it's not worth it. I think let's hold on. Let's hold off. It's getting to my favourite little nook. See, I mean, I could easily stay here and level up. I'm level 32, and you can see how much experience I'm getting. Like Eldritch there. Although the boss doesn't really give that much more than the minions. I don't need to. Anyway, what I am going to do, however, is rescue some of these mad lads. These are all actually former employees of Deckard Cain and his massage parlours. And he said, Deckard was saying he's got all their passports nice and safe for them. We cracked through them pretty easily. Thresh socket. Always good fun. Nice. One of you guys was talking about how rare jewels can be anyway. But to get a rare jewel is so rare.
To see you.
I swear, a unique jewel. I've only found 2, I think, in my entire time playing this game. And the reason why the jewels are exciting is we're hoping that it's going to be Bone Snap worthy, but they're just not. And I'm delaying showing the inevitable. Maybe some of you can see already. Got ourselves a shell rune. That might be almost best in class. And I decided, let's just stick it in there. That's Ratman's motto anyway. And not that we really need any more increased attack speed. But we are very, very dangerous now. So, Players 8, Frozen Creeper, Act 5. Barely has the time to get an attack off. And I've got to be a bit careful here. I'm guessing Anya's way down is up there. Look at the hit points these guys have got. Huge hit point pool. One of them down already though. But the damage output. Yeah, I mean, we're doing so much more damage than we can actually take. God, we've got to be careful here. We've got the rejuvenation potion if we need it. But the ghostliness, yeah, it keeps proccing that cold on us. This could actually be quite a tough fight. But man, a ghostly Moonlord is almost as tough as a creature can be at this point. Almost in the whole of the game. That's about as tough as it gets. Especially going toe-to-toe melee combat like we are. And you can see my balls are bouncing up and down. but there's only one Ratman. And actually, that wasn't the way down to Anya. The champion snowdrifters here were guarding the way. Part of me was thinking, do I actually need to rescue her? Is she going to be the love? Comfortable kills. And then down to Anya. To be honest, can I even be bothered? I just feel like a woman that can be captured that easily by that Nilithak. It's probably not worth my love. Not going to bother. We can do better. Not quite sure who, but yeah, I actually can't be bothered. I'm just a decent enough level here. I don't need to worry about fighting every creature. It's nice just to see how you fare against like a crushed beast. And these little guys are fun. They're about my size as well, and you can kill them in one hit. Now, what has happened here? Some kind of, I don't know, sex game gone wrong, I'm guessing. Whatever they've been drinking has definitely disagreed with them. That's clearly the guy that answered the Craigslist post. Too late, mate. And this is a very nice find. Combat Shrine. I love the fact it's a cool looking shrine anyway, but it's very, very close to the summit, so I think let's utilise that as best we can. Combat Shrine, straight up. Let's get straight into combat. I am concerned, I'll be honest. Talek, he's taking damage. We've just got to watch out for his whirlwind attack. Got some decent crushing blows hitting there as well. Yeah, I mean, still an incredible whirlwind attack. Missed there completely, which is fantastic. Might not have to survive too many. Look at this, the damage is incredible. I'm so used to speeding up the footage of fighting ancients. Madork, what has he got? Look at that. Every time we hit him, he's getting stunned into that animation as well. Korlik, powerless at this point. Wow. Okay, Korlik, what have you got? I think it could be over for you, mate. Korlik here doesn't have anywhere near the kind of stun that Madork had. Basically almost unarmoured for this tank, but nothing in response. These legends, no more. Madork, legendary for the size of his... Look at the size of his bloody hell. Incredible. Chopped off, of course, just before he died. But mega. What a python. I really hate the fact they didn't animate that. It's the one thing, like almost the only thing, right? And I think they just missed that. Those little spikes going up and down. So look, lads, home stretch at this point. Level 36 as well, pretty solid. And what a map. And at this point, kind of killing just because I can. Blood drunk. Experience is good as well, pretty solid. I actually think we've got some viability, and you can see there on the map. I know exactly which way to go. What's interesting is with the remaster, because we're now in widescreen, you could see it better on the old map. But you can actually literally see it in the new version because of the widescreen. Throne of Destruction. Safety portal down. We don't want to die on normal. And these succubi don't stand a chance. In fact, very satisfying.
I am overwhelmed.
And you can see here I am actually clearing out the side. I found, and I'm going to use it here with the Death Lords, that kind of hit and run tactic using the blind proc that we've got. You can see I'm cutting the danger down of 4 Death Lords. Well, I'm halving it. Yeah, it's always quite nice when you get to this point and you realise I have actually learnt something. Hold on to that. Now what do we do here? Problem is, Calenzo always hangs around Baal. So you get stuck in and then you get decrepified. We're just going to have to believe. It's looking pretty comfortable. Yeah, the lifesteal as well, incredible. It's just a clean-up job. Ooh, lovely. Lovely little gift for my wife-to-be. Not quite sure who that's going to be. Angelics? Something else I found. I'm not sure if I showed actually finding that. get rid of a lot of this stuff. I'm going to tease here a bit. Ooh, that's pretty good. That should actually really help with the fire resist. Loving that D1 music in the background. Some decent stuff here. Well, that's a nice for a white rune word, is it? Getting a bit impatient here. Let's get straight back in. Look at that. 86 fire resist. So that's 10 max thanks to the amulet and +1 because I've got that 1 point in resist fire. The usual tactic here. Pull the scaly boys out. Oh, one hit kills for all of them. That's super satisfying. I think we could have probably tanked the whole thing. Decrepify is a pain. But with blind, these guys are pretty much redundant. A little symbol up there showing he's immune to poison. 2 of 5 done. The Bartic thing is 86 fire resist, right? Is there a concern? I mean, I'm being cautious, right? The trick is finding them isolated. But actually the damage is good enough. We're going to get one. And there we go. Once one goes down, you know it's possible. It's just a case. I don't know why he's laughing already. Seems to completely discount the other guy. It's just on that border, right? Now this is a little bit more dangerous. They are extra fast. I think as long as I keep pulling back. Just really don't want to get surrounded and trapped. I think we'll probably be okay. We've got lifesteal. We're a decent level. And we're doing enough damage here. And it's just a matter of lovely to see a level up at this point. How rare is it that I'm able to kill every single one? And I think even the minions. Here they are. Dino Patrol. And I've got to be careful here. The stun, 3 of those are around me, and the stun and the pushback could be GG. But actually, these guys don't seem to be as tethered as a lot of other heroes, or hero packs, should I say. So you can get them on their own. Man, even one is dangerous. Maybe not dangerous, but quite frustrating. And it's not insignificant amount of damage. You can see 3 or 4 of these. Maybe I should position myself a bit better. So I try that. I let him push me up against the wall, like it's the office Christmas party. And this is actually working really well. I don't seem to have that same kind of like stun animation from being pushed back and having my attack interrupted. Here it's not quite perfect, so I am getting stunned and pushed back a little bit. I'm just a little lad. I've got little bones. Nice. Look at that. Oh my god, it's so exciting. So what am I doing here? Well, I've wanted to do this for a long time. And I think someone even suggested it in a previous video. Actually, I need to go back and check the order of the rune word before I record this. One of those kind of stressful moments. So anyway, I checked it. Shale, Thul, Am. We'll have to say goodbye to this now. Still a breastplate. 2% chance to cast a level 15 Valkyrie. The rest of it, pretty redundant. Pretty good for an Amazon, I'll be honest. But that 2% is a 2% chance of finding a blonde hottie. I don't know. I actually don't know if we're going to proc it in time. Could be quite... See, he's taking damage. This actually could be closer than I want it to be. I've got some thawing potions. I find that cold arrow really frustrating to deal with. And just having the thawing potions and popping them. It just makes the whole thing a lot smoother. If you don't have Cannot Be Frozen, of course. So he's coming up to halfway, and we still don't have the love of my life. I mean, is it possible for someone killed by a pacifist princess in the jungle, resurrected, and gone on this kind of epic journey to find anyone to fall in love with them? Yes! We've done it, we've done it! the epic final chapter in Ratman's life. He's found someone, found love. I hope she doesn't die. But we found true love. A blonde Amazonian princess, summoned from his heart, come to give him the happy ever after he deserves after the journey's been through. Come help me, my love. Yes! Poetic final stab. And there's a few honeymoon gifts from Baal as he sticks up. What is that snake coming out of him? Ugh. Just checking it's on Players 8. It definitely is. Wow. What an absolute war god. Those who doubted him. Now look. You don't need looks. You don't need height. You just need a magic breastplate, an enchanted maul, an incredible attack speed, and plenty of massage oil. So look, we're just about to head on to our honeymoon. I thought we'd just have a quick look at some of the loot we found. Most of the guys disappear at this point. There's some good stuff at the end of this video, by the way, so please stick around. I like the idea of the dual Cathans, just some more lifesteal. And this, I mean, it's pretty 5% lifesteal though. We should just go full lifesteal. I do like the blind. I probably will miss it immediately. Ripsaw, quite a cool one always. Just a great name. Good resist on that. Actually, that Ripsaw is ethereal. That's pretty cool. The damage is just insignificant. Some of the other dross we found. Biggin's bonnet, legendary. Wearing that on the beach on a honeymoon. And here's our little family abode. Skills, full might, full blessed aim. A mistaken smite, we'll forget. And the resist fire, of course, which is pretty good idea, actually. Big brain move. I think fanaticism probably is the way to end up. But I need a few more levels. 80 strength, pretty high. Dex, 55. Vitality, the rest of it. Some good resists as well. Bearing in mind we haven't done Anya, right? Bone snap with a shale. I mean, this is incredible. This will take us through Nightmare. Incredible weapon. Look at that crushing blade, 40%, and the attack speed is just insane. We better get ready for the honeymoon. I know Alcor's probably spying to see. Yeah, there's one of his spies. Seeing what we're up to in our bedroom. So here we are on a honeymoon. Where else to go but Luke Ghislaine, right? Straight to the bar, she is. Straight on to some of those cocktails, right? I love doing that. This has actually been one of my favourite videos to make. I've had a real laugh throughout the whole thing. So some actual solid chuckles for myself. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I hope you've enjoyed it descending into as much silliness as it did. Just going to show you a few of the incredible honeymoon pictures that our loving couple sent back to us. Discord server's up, by the way. Don't feel compelled to join, but if you want to come and share some ideas of challenge runs, that's a great way to do it. Please like and sub for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.